Hello, everybody. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from our fourth game of our weekly Gold Squadron Flight Club. Actually, that's a lie. You're a liar, Dion, because it's twice a week. All right. So we have our new schedule here on Twitch every Monday starting at 8:30 p.m. Wednesdays starting at 5 p.m. all the way to 11. 4 games a night there. And Saturdays, which is where we are today, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make sure you tune in with your instead of your Saturday morning cartoon, Saturday morning X-Men with Dion. You want to play? Join our Discord. Luckily, we have an amazing community who were ready to, with this quick change, get people going. So I'm excited. We got Jorge Castaneda versus Victor Rosales. My co-host for this round is... All right, Mitchell. Now, before we break down the list, I want to remind everybody that it is time to choose your champion. Instructions are on the screen for you right there. If you're playing in the Twitch chat, even if you don't know what you're doing, just choose your champion. Have some fun. Play with those digital points. Let's go ahead. Let's break down the lists.
So we've got Luke Skywalker with proton torpedoes, R2 Astromech, and the Servomoto S-foils. This piece is definitely going to be able to lay down some very heavily modded torpedoes with lock and force available. R2 will definitely give him some stay power for the end game. Next, you have Wedge and Tillies with proton torpedoes and servomotor S-foils. Wedge's -1 agility power means he hits hard, and if Dutch can feed him a lock, he's going to have double modded torps. Finally, you have Dutch Vander, who can hand out locks when he locks somebody with proton torpedoes. So a lot of firepower here. Unfortunately, with the initiative comparison, Dutch is going to struggle to use torpedoes on his first round of engagement. But the other two pieces with the better bid are going to be able to have those torpedoes online and in threat. On the opposing side, we have a First Order Aces list. We've got Major Von Rag with Predator. We've got Mr. Blackout, no upgrades, but he's able, if he can shoot through those clouds, he can strip 2 dice, which really limits the defensive benefits the opponent can get from clouds. And then finally, Predictive Shot Kylo Ren. Predictive Shot doesn't get seen a bunch, but basically, if you spend a force before attacking and the defender is in your bullseye, the defender's defense dice is limited to the number of hits and crits that you roll. So if you're firing through cover or at long range, Predictive Shot can let you really limit the amount of dice the defender gets to put down.
Yeah,
Initiative-wise, I think it was a 3 to a 4 point bid, with the Rebels having 1 point better per bid. So they were able to use that effectively in passing the first player token over the First Order.
Yeah, the Predictive Shot, I find it's an interesting end game piece. If you need like those points in the end game, you're like, I don't have a chance if you're at range 3 through a rock and I only roll 1 hit. You're gonna go, wait a second, Predictive Shot, now you're actually only rolling 1 agility. So
yeah,
it can be pretty cool. And I mean, overall, it just makes those shots where it's like it goes from making a shot impossible to hit or almost impossible to like, hey, maybe.
Sometimes it feels bad because you got to pay a force before rolling your dice to do it.
True.
And that's a force that could have been modifying your attack. It's definitely not a card I reach first for.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's fairly cheap, which I think is appropriate for situational ability. It's really good against Agility 3, though.
That's why I look at it more as like a end game, mid game card, where it's like you maybe have a target lock already set up. Maybe you're not willing to use the force because you need it for defense, but or maybe you're willing to use one of them but not both. Like you said, it's really situational. Really situational.
I was surprised by the opening with them putting the lowest initiative Y-wing on the back flank up against the board edge. But it looks like he's hooked him in and brought him into the center of the board.
Might be a little bit of a practiced opening there.
Yeah, I mean, he did self-bump Luke for a turn. It looks like, he's got, Wedge and Luke a little bit flipped from how I would expect them. But nothing that can't be adjusted with maneuvers, or the post-maneuver ability that the X-Wings have. Interestingly enough, the ranges that they're at, a fast move from Dutch could actually see him putting a lock on Blackout next turn if he wanted it.
Yeah, actually, I do like the relative position of Dutch to Blackout for that reason, because there's enough room there where you could get the lock, but most likely there isn't a maneuver if Blackout goes in that could dodge the arc, especially if you can land perfectly in that like edge of range 3 for Dutch.
And then Dutch ignores range restrictions when he's handing out those locks.
Yup.
So he can come in there, get a lock, and then I think he can reach to range 3 to his friends. So he could easily reach back to Wedge and give Wedge a free lock.
Hey, Wedge, I found this lock. You want it, bro?
The only downside is I'm seeing a kill box start to be here with Dutch in the middle. And they could either lose or have Dutch crippled in this opening engagement. I'd feel like maybe a 2-bank and then a barrel roll behind the cloud feels really good for Blackout. Though, I mean, you can bring Kylo in, but Kylo's likely to get ambushed.
Yeah, the risk with bringing in Kylo Ren there is you do have Wedge and Luke going like, you can have the box. You can have it. Come on. Take it. But, of course, you did also pay for the proton torpedoes on Dutch, so you probably don't want to just hand over Dutch for nothing. You want to make sure you're getting some value out of him. Yeah.
Von Reg's in a good spot. Like, he's got room to come in, shoot Dutch, and be well out of range of the 2 pieces up here. With Luke on the outside, he can't do a 1-bank. So he's either got to go straight or do a 2 or 3 bank for his approach into the center. Kylo moving first is rough. I think like Kylo's best move is like a 1 tight, which gives him cloud cover from the X-Wings. And then the ability to threaten into the center of the board. So if Dutch does that 3 bank, he can kind of cover Blackout a little bit.
Dr. Ham in the chat says, this initial setup looks like a Squadrons match. The X-Wings and Interceptors trying to flank and a Y-Wing just drifting up the middle. I like it. By the way, if you do play Squadrons, the new DLC with the B-Wing and the Defender did drop yesterday. So get your Squadrons on. I, unfortunately, have not had a chance to play it. I had some adulting to do over the last few days. So, hopefully sometime this weekend, get a chance.
I've been doing Cyberpunk, but I think I saw it was on sale for like 20% off or something like that for Squadrons. I've been tempted.
Yeah, I haven't bought into Cyberpunk only because I know I will not have the time to play through the story. So I'll just wait. And
yeah, I think my entire friend group is all into it, so I'm like, plus the style game I like, so it worked.
Yeah.
But, I don't chase many, day 1 title launches, so they built the hype up for me, I guess.
It works. The hype works.
So what do you think about Von Reg? Do you think he blows in hard or kind of hangs back with 1 or 2 bank?
I think my problematic for me is this cloud on the bottom left-hand side.
Because it looks like it might stop a 4 4 straight or something like that.
Yeah, or even if you wanted to kind of creep in there, let's say you wanted to do something like a 2 forward, you end up being blocked with that movement to the left. And Von Reg's, the ship ability on the TIE BA, you really want to have your maneuverability options open. And I just feel like it kind of puts you in an awkward spot. You're stuck between these 2 clouds, and you could end up being toast here versus those X-Wings if they decide to end up following up on Von Reg next turn. Not this one, but next one.
So, yeah, we got a quick move from Dutch. Wasn't able to reach Kylo. I think that would have been his favorite if he could have reached Kylo.
Yep. But was able
to
get on Dutch and acquire that target lock for Wedge.
So if Blackout comes in, he gets destroyed. Because he'd be looking at 3 proton torpedoes if Blackout does that hard too. And I don't know, I wanted to like the 2 bank, but the more I look at it, I think the more the 2 bank hits the cloud instead of falling behind it. So I'm not sure how Blackout gets to use his ability.
Oh, 4K.
K-turn from Kylo, and if Kylo's not coming in, I don't see him bringing Blackout in.
I wonder if he was expecting the X-Wings and Dutch to turn down, and then.
Well, this is good because if they go 1 or 2 straight with the X-Wings, Kylo can then press in hard because the counter to torpedoes is you fight at range 1.
Right. So it looks like we are going to get a delay there with him turning out for Blackout.
Yeah, and then they're fast. Like, he could boost with Blackout and then be ready to come in next turn. But he might screw Von Reg a little bit doing that. I think Von Reg is going to get a free shot this turn. I can't see where unless he bails, but I think that approach with Von Reg was really safe.
Taking that lock. The reposition might have not done that just because of Von Reg's move here.
Yeah. All right, then the 5s on the other side are going to go. So we got Luke.
Luke, where are you going?
Use the thrusters, Luke.
Now, I don't know if it'll end up being problematic, but you do see Jorge, his initial setup, he does have Luke on the outside. Could be a problem on the turning in here.
Yeah. So Luke comes in and ends up having to lock an obstacle as he wasn't able to find his mark. Interesting note, Wedge is going to have the ability to boost if he really, if he wants to get hungry on Blackout. Like, if he also did a 3 straight, he could boost and then fire torpedoes in a tokenless Blackout. So Von Reg comes in with a bank 1. And he's going to probably... surprised he didn't reach for a lock? Because he could strain himself since he's comfortably behind that cloud.
Might want to have that 3 bank to the left open next turn if he's thinking about bailing out. Maybe not wanting to do a blue maneuver next turn.
Oh, no, he does it.
No, he does it.
So, yeah, focus lock. He has an easy 3-dicer on Dutch. I think the only return fire from the X-Wings is if he 3 straights, he can boost in and torpedo Blackout. Oh, but he only went 2. I don't know that he's got the reach.
Nope. Just a bit outside.
No, this is bad. So he technically has to move that lock, yeah.
That feels bad. That feels bad. You use Dutch's ability for nothing. At least you didn't pay extra points. I mean, you kind of did. You brought Dutch.
Yeah.
Not specifically on Wedge, but here we're going to get this range 3 shot. Took the strain, so it's going to be not affecting the attack dice. Didn't take the deplete.
You might want to remind him about the bucket.
Oh, there we go.
So 3 dice getting launched here. Ooh, good roll.
Spend the focus all day. There's no risks.
Yeah, it focuses into solid 3.
2 agility.
Defender.
and taking all of them. 1, 2, 3 down. That's 2 shields and first card onto Dutch.
Feels bad. Dutch is like that loss of 3 health put Dutch in the danger zone where Killbox could see an initiative killed, and he might die with 2 torpedoes in the tube.
That's definitely one of the risks with Dutch as an offensive piece, right? As a synergy piece, most people, if you catch Dutch, you're taking just his base points. But when you're investing the 13, what is it, right? 13 points for a proton torpedo? Oh, 12. Okay.
They went down
because we need more. We need more torps. Going even so, you're potentially giving away those 12 points when you're engaging first with that Y-wing and you don't have your other ships in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting a little scary. Like he got kind of pantsed on this one, and Kylo's got the ability to come in with like a 2 hard and then press in close.
Mm-hmm.
So he can trade dice with good parity if he needs to. Blackout's got a spot where, I don't know, Von Reg's blocking is too hard right to relinquish the stress.
Yep.
But he could, just as easily do a 1 tight and just fire through that cloud.
Yep, use his ability. He's got it. I mean, it nullifies the obstruction bonus at least.
Yeah, and nothing's really hanging out there for the Rebels to kill box easily. Like, Kylo, I think, is your best bet.
Yep.
So, like, the Rebel play might be 1 straight, and that's assuming Kylo comes in. Like, Kylo could just shoot around the corner, head into the top right corner and come in behind, while Von Reg and Blackout get some free shots. There's, like, too much opportunity if you try to, box Kylo and he just doesn't opt in.
Right.
It might turn into Wedge and Luke versus the world here if they don't scramble into position.
Now, as we're waiting for this next set of maneuvers, I want to remind you guys that you can use your Twitch Prime subscription here every 30 days to get that free Twitch subscription. Gives you access to all of our archives from our streams, as well as a free way to support the channel if you have Amazon Prime already. They actually switched it now. Now it's called Prime Gaming. If you need instructions on how to get that set up, if you have Amazon, you've never done it before, type !Prime. While some of the naming has changed since I recorded that video, the process is the same. It's all in the same spots. You guys are pretty smart. So basically, connect your Amazon to Twitch. You get a free Twitch Prime every 30 days, and you do have to manually click it. It doesn't auto regenerate, but thank you to everybody who has done that over the years. It really has made a massive difference. So thank you guys so much for the support. You're awesome. And if we do get to our next goal here of 75, we will be giving away another GSP shirt.
Oh, we got a trigger from Von Reg's system phase ability.
What?
Most people take Von Reg for the I-6.
Yep.
During the system phase, you may choose 1 enemy in your bullseye arc. That ship gains a strain or deplete token of your choice. So it looks like he tossed a deplete on the Y-wing, looking to nerf those torpedoes if he doesn't do a blue maneuver. Of note, also, he had Predator online, but just rolled like a god. Back in the day, Predator, Crackshot, and Marksman were all 1 point, but some were decidedly better talents than others.
That turns out.
Now, after many years, you have Marksmanship at 1, Predator at 2, and Crackshot at 3.
That's all correct. Yeah. So Dutch has all the options. Can end up switching up the target lock here. Who do you send the target lock to?
I think you keep it on Blackout. I mean, I have a doubt as to whether or not Kylo's going to be in range. I'm not sure if they're actually going to pounce on Von Reg here. That feels weak. Maybe you could just send Wedge. Right there, Kylo opted out. That could be an interesting line of play where if Wedge does like a hard 2 or hard 2 right, and threatens Von Reg, especially with the free lock that Dutch just gave him. Well, he went for that too hard on Blackout.
Yep, just leveraging, making sure to get rid of the stress, prioritizing that.
He's got the hard one next turn with that gas cloud right there.
All right, so
he went hard 3. He has a little too much gas from Luke.
But I think he has the target lock set. No, he doesn't.
No lock on Luke. Von Reg opting out as well.
Yep, I like that one hard. Use the cloud. You got it. Gets rid of the strain.
Well, here, yeah. So Luke's got a through the cloud shots. That's not likely to hurt. I think if he stays still, I think he's out of arc of Dutch. So boost is definitely not in the cards.
Maybe is it just the evade? Is that the choice?
I gotta say, Victor's playing an amazing game for being first player.
He is, yeah. He's leveraging his movement and his positioning, and the biggest thing, of course, he's got speed, right? So he's using that to his advantage.
But he's spread out. He's threatening to build the ability to come in from any side, and then the other guy gets to move second, but he's still got to pick an avenue. Whereas, like, if he had stayed, blocked up, it would have been all too easy to use post maneuver to adjust to where he's going.
Exactly. He's playing with the obstacles, using to his advantage. He did take that evade.
Right, so looks like we got Wedge up to bat first.
Mm-hmm.
So he did at least reorder his ship so that the low initiative's in front, followed by the higher initiative pieces.
So we have this will be 4 agility dice for Von Reg on the shot. Oh, he left the wings.
Should it be 5? Oh, Wedge -1. That's right.
Right, but he left the wedge S foils closed.
Ooh, feels bad.
But you know what? He's got a proton torpedo. He's got the proton, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, the torps will let him fire it.
Yep.
Ooh, do you even spend that lock?
Yep, is his answer.
I guess he's got Dutch to hand him a new one.
Not going to convert there. Hit, crit. This is unlikely to do damage. He should have 1... no, because of the no range bonus because of the proton torpedo. So yeah,
if he rolls trail mix, he's good.
And got it.
Or just natties.
That's good enough.
Feels bad. Torpedo into thin air.
That's the second one of those we actually seen today. No, this is proton torpedo slapping like a whipped noodle.
I'm so glad they put 2 charges on torps, so like one whiff doesn't make you feel completely bad.
Yep. No need to take a shot. No need to have the desire to take munitions failsafe. Hit crit.
All right. So who was our victim? Somebody with 5 dice. We got 1 out the box. This might be a damage in.
Yeah, that was a focus.
So it looks like a reroll and nothing. So he's got a cloud flip for 1. And 1 damage into... It was Von Reg. Oh, he fired on Blackout.
It was Blackout, yeah, because he had the evade on Von Reg, so he would have been fine there. But so Von Reg, -1 shield, 1 away from half. Sorry, no, dang it. I even just said it. I said it right and then did it wrong. 1 shield off of Blackout.
Yeah, so he's still feeling plenty healthy. First order definitely trading good here. Kylo's gotten easy in, like he can do a big turn and a boost. And have the token Namada's attack with. He's feeling real comfortable here. Like no pressure at all. Blackout. Oof, I don't know what I do with Blackout. I mean, you could kind of hide him behind this cloud a little bit, but then you're sitting him there with no tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And just his ability. Von Reg's gotta be feeling hunted right now.
Yeah, there is a lot of fire potentially coming his way. You can't quite make a kill box for Von Reg next turn, but you can definitely put some pressure on. And I'm curious to see if Jorge takes the I'm just going to continue on the Von Reg train, or is this kind of like a feign? Like, listen.
Well, you can just he can just shove Blackout or not shove Dutch out in front of Von Reg. So if he does any short move, he gets mixed up. And then have Wedge following behind, hoping to catch a one bank from Wedge, and just have him waiting, with the slice pointed all the way at all the spots right in front of Von Reg. If I'm looking to play cagey with Von Reg, it hurts that you have to barrel roll first with their ship ability. Something like maybe a 3 bank rollout boost, but then you're still Wedge still covers that with that 1 bank.
Could this be a possibility for maybe a disengagement? You just take Von Reg and say, you know what, too much heat. I have the space to the right.
Yeah, I mean, but the bank move with Dutch puts him behind and covering that. Then you just get torped in the butt by Dutch.
He might be able to make it behind the cloud though. 3 hard, barrel roll to the left, boost. Angle boost.
Yeah, it's an out. But Dutch has got full mods because he's already got a lock online.
This is true. All of it. Yep. Curious to see how aggressive of a... Von Reg is in a weird spot. I think that's going to be the most interesting interaction right there. And there it is. Big move. Big move here by Dutch.
Yeah, that cuts off his entire left side of the play. And if you turn right, you just basically let Dutch sit behind you, and I'm not even sure a double reposition gets you out. So Dutch hands a lock to Wedge. And I think the bet, if Wedge went bank 1, the bet pays off big on any hard 1 left, hard 2 left from Von Reg.
Is Kylo going to be boosting in here? He's already gotten around the cloud. Time to get aggressive.
The only thing that answers him is Talon rolls. He wins those trades. Oh, the question is who? Wedge feels like the easy meat. And is he going to boost? Oh, yeah.
Did he took a lock and a boost? I like it, just in case the target is out of our...
So if Von Reg doesn't catch the block on Dutch, Wedge can just call an audible 1 bank and then try and roll out of that arc on Kylo. Blackout skedaddles.
No, thank you. I want nothing to do with this. Focus. Roll. A roll would indicate a hard turn in next turn. Or it's just gonna hold.
Yeah.
Is he gonna hold it?
There is not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh no, he's gonna boost.
Oh,
in.
He's going for a block, maybe on a fast move.
Yeah, but I only saw a 1 or 2 straight out of Luke.
Oh, and
Luke doesn't even want to play the game.
Taking a lock.
Right, so he's going to take that. He's looking to take that I6 off the board. And then I'm expecting bank 1 from Wedge with that follow, with Luke's play. There's the 3 bank. He has to roll first so he could roll out and then boost left if he wanted to tuck behind the cloud. But he'll have no tokens against 2 torpedoes.
Does he have the barrel roll to the left and then boost to the left?
Ooh.
I like that
Wedge will smoke him hard, though, because then you'll be taking a 4 dice range 1 from Wedge.
This is true.
And letting him keep a torpedo in the tube.
Or maybe a boost and a boost forward. No, yeah, he'll still be in there.
He's got to roll out. He's got to get behind the cloud.
Get the cloud.
Yeah, because I think he's still at full health, but...
Yeah, the problem, I'm not necessarily it's better or worse than going in at range 1. By going to the outside, you are also widening Luke's arc. So even if you do boost here, you are going to be getting shot by Luke.
Yeah, so you got so he's gonna Boost, yeah. So that was the out that I had called there. So he's got a Torp through the cloud here, and then if Wedge does a 1 bank. So Wedge has got an option here, so he could focus up and throw full mods, or he could roll and then put a clean shot and get an arc dodge on Kylo. That's a pretty good line there. But he did give Von Reg a shot by rolling.
He did.
But it's a deplete shot. So
we'll see if he can make him pay.
Might need, yep, there we go. So 2 dice coming out of Von Reg. So deplete taking its toll.
2. Wedge has
mods.
2 agility. And going to be taking them both.
Ouch. If he can trade out, if Von Reg dies here, it's worth it. But I'm not sure I see a death from Von Reg here.
It's unlikely.
Yeah, he's probably going to get 3 on the Torps. I'm only expecting 1 to 2 damage here.
Oh, that's
a
looking
solid
good.
Roll. Is he going to go now? This is where I would spend going getting greedy.
Yep. Yeah, you spend it for sure.
If you were going to spend it through a cloud, you got to you definitely spend it in the open. 0 for 2 on those rerolls.
3
Still triple crit.
We could just see him disappear right here. And not quite. Taking 2 though, 2 shields. That
Half
feels
points.
good having the shields.
I'll trade shields for shields on your other I6. And then that sets up Luke able to do damage.
Let's take that off there. Okay, cool. Next shot coming up.
So Kylo's got to fire at Luke. No predictive play. To lose a die. There we go.
It's going to be 3 on 2. Luke has the Force. Very defensive ability. Able to gain a Force each time. Recover a Force after being shot. But, okay.
I mean, you spend a Force because you're going to regen it at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And
go for the blank out.
Either that or maybe you steal a Force from Luke to lighten his torpedo attack.
Mm.
If you make him spend one, that might not be too bad.
I like that.
And
got the 1. Got the 1. We're fine.
Blackout's nothing, so Luke is up next. He's got the torpedo through the cloud if he wants it.
Is he going to take it? I see 3 dice. He's going
4
for
dice.
it.
Yeah, you gotta.
So this will be 4 on 4.
He's got 2 blanks and a lock. So he's got enough Force that he can convert any eyeballs he rolls here.
Mm-hmm. So changes 1 hit to a crit per the proton torpedo. Here we go. And
Well, one of these days.
he's thinking about it.
There we go.
He's doing it. And spend the Force for 3 hits and a
Full
crit.
string. Finally. Oh,
Natties,
I feel
baby.
so bad.
All 4.
Oh my god, that's 2 torpedoes for 0 effect.
I need your favorite sad emote in the chat right now. Whichever one is your favorite sad one.
God, Monreg is stealing this game. And I think we go back to dials with that. So Dutch has got nothing. It's an interesting position. Kylo's in an excellent position. Like, he's behind everybody and able to throw double modded shots every turn. Like, I think Kylo's just going to go to work like it's a freaking construction site here. Blackout, he's going to turn, but I don't know that he's got an engage next turn because he'll hard 2 and boost. Maybe barrel roll and take unmodded shots if he wants in. Meanwhile, the Rebel players have got some interesting position here. So Wedge has got to play mind games with Dutch or with Von Reg, figuring out whether or not Von Reg is going to come in or blow out hard and straight.
Mm-hmm.
Wedge could pop a K-turn here fairly comfortably. And it would help put some distance between him and Kylo, because Kylo's probably looking to finish the 6th. Just to make sure that Von Reg, emerges as a true ace out of this engagement.
Yep.
Dutch doesn't have any really good ways to be relevant this turn. He could do a short move and hand out a free lock, or do a K-turn and just be out of the fight this turn. But he'll come in for another pass in the later rounds. Hopefully when everything's mixed up and not everybody's looking to point at him. Luke's got a rough spot. Like, his only in is like the hard 2, which I think tags this gas cloud on his left. Which means he can come in, but then he won't have any mods unless Dutch, did something. Dutch could do like a hard 2 right. There you go. So Dutch is going to throw mods.
Yep, taking that target lock.
Pump to? I think a lock to Luke feels better than a lock to Wedge, but
so he's giving it to Wedge.
Yeah.
I think he's hoping to get shots here. That move, taking the target lock on Wedge, tells me it makes it feel like he's gonna try
a
K-turn, but Von Reg is right there in the way, so maybe it's actually the Talon roll.
Well, no, Von Reg is going to move first.
Oh, you're right, yeah, because he's first player. My bad. So yeah,
but Von Reg could counter that with a short move and then a roll to the right.
Especially with Kylo Ren coming up the middle there.
And then Von Reg would only lose if Wedge called him on it and banked.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that lose is Kylo gets to shoot him at point-blank range.
And Blackout, I think he's anticipating something there. You got Blackout coming in as well.
Yeah.
First K-turn
from Luke. He tags the cloud, but he's not really on the chopping block. He might get a shot of opportunity from Kylo if Wedge dodges.
Takes a strain. Reminder that the strain and stress would come off at the same time next turn, assuming he does a blue maneuver next turn.
Von Reg just says he doesn't want a piece of this. Unfortunately, that fast of a move opens up the hard 2 if Wedge won the mind game with him.
Would you? I don't know. Would I?
I know that hard 2 is a hard commit, but the 5 straight was a reasonable line of play from Von Reg.
I just did the K-turn.
Yeah, I would have barrel rolled Von Reg out to play against that.
Did it go far enough out for the proton torpedo to hit? It sure did.
Well, except I think Wedge is out of torps.
Oh, has he fired both?
He fired 2 of them, and he went 0 for 2 on his torpedoes.
Oh, you're correct. Well, he's got the 3-dice gun. Crit. You know what? Just as good.
It's gonna be better than his torpedo shots.
Probably 2 agility. He's actually gonna do damage on this one. Remember? Jeez, Louise.
God.
Oh, Spencer evade.
So
still
lives.
Still takes a crit though.
Oh, is it a finisher? It's a fuel leak. It's not even a damage, or not even a crit.
Nah, this is a blank card.
So many times I've seen fuel leak against the last haul, and I'm like, oh, anything else? I'd take stun pilot. So Von Reg's on life support.
It just needs 1. I'm going to expect Victor to play pretty cagey now with Von Reg. So you just want to hold on to those points, especially now that we're past that midpoint in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the next shot coming in. This is Kylo Ren, range 3, going at Luke Skywalker.
And check it out. Wedge was obstructed.
Ah.
I know, that's rough. Like, Luke's got mods.
He's changing targets. He's going at Wedge. He's going to go at Wedge.
Yeah, Wedge is already 2 damage in. It just, it feels bad to fire into the obstruction.
Only one hit.
He's got a lock. He plays it. He's got enough force to make it sing.
One hit, one focus. Got the trail mix. Spends for 3. Sorry, for 2.
Spends for 2.
Numbers are hard.
So Wedge has got 4 dice behind that cloud.
Hold on. He can't do predictive shot after rolling, can he?
No, he cannot. He's got to do predictive before he rolls.
Did he end up taking damage?
Yeah, I think he might take a damage. Depending on that, you might need to intervene.
Yeah. So no damage there.
Yeah, that's part. Like, if you could do predictive after rolling your attack.
That'd be so good. That'd be a good card.
Yeah, I would rate it much higher.
Dovian in the chat say Jorge's about to learn real fast why people don't take predictive shot. Yeah, it's true.
So we got a 2 dice shot, or two hits out of blackout. Blackout's ability, trimming 2 dice off a Wedge.
Was able to deal a damage there, and that's half points on Wedge.
Luke gets to take a shot from downtown.
Going
no
at
lock,
Kylo.
So main gun only. And Luke's foils are in attack position.
So we got 3 dice. Kylo does have a focus token, so probably would use that on defense before the force.
He sails it to hit crit, so solid damage out of Luke.
He's fine.
And
Everything's
Kylo
fine.
Shuts it down.
All right. Lots of back and forth. Right now our score is 29-33. Still anybody's game. Though with Von Reg being kind of on the edge of death, I think the game will be determined on how Von Reg ends up getting used in the next couple turns. Because if Jorge is able to knock him off, that's going to put him in a pretty solid lead there, or at least shore up those points a little bit. But of course,
well, if you can trade Von Reg for Wedge, that's a solid trade.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose Wedge. Of course, the problem is that he's not really a defensive ship. He's there to be offensive, and that's it.
Yeah. That said, I don't think Kylo's got a good way to put damage into Wedge this turn. Like Blackout can do like a 2-bank and just trade dice with him. He's got plenty of health to do it. But Kylo, his only real option is to block Wedge, or come down and engage Luke. But if he comes to engage Luke, Wedge might shoot him in the side as a target of opportunity. Dutch still is going to struggle to be in this fight. It's kind of feel bad. It's like all he's done is just hand out free locks with Dutch the whole game. Like if he hard twos with Wedge, then he can hard two the following turn, but the fight may have moved by the time he gets in.
Wedge is kind of in an interesting spot. Not in a good way, because he has that cloud covering to the left.
Yeah, so he's basically got to do like a speed 2 or speed 3 declare distress going straight. I don't even know if the 3 straight is blue on the regular T65. So I think
it's not.
If he's going straight, he's got to do the 2 straight, right? And then he can do the 1 or 2 bank right if he wants to follow Von Reg into that corner. And
oh, you got to be careful
Kylo,
going to that corner though, because that's easy pickings for probably
like
blackout in the next couple turns.
Yeah, 2 straight out of blackout. Blackout feels really good. I don't know if that layers the right way.
Dutch able to pick up that target lock on the blackout. Going to be passing it to Luke.
Ah, there we go.
I mean, yeah, that's expected. Probably going to take a 2 straight and
there
lock
we go.
it up.
So Kylo going for a bump here. I think he covers. I think the only move he doesn't cover is the 1 straight out of wedge, which I think hits a cloud, so he might not do it anyhow.
Oh, blackout coming in here could be bad news with Luke coming. I don't think he has enough space to get a block unless Luke came in real fast.
Now Luke's gonna do a 1 or 2 1 or 2 bank because he wants to clear those tokens.
Yep.
Luke couldn't reach him with the blue even if he wanted to. This move owns the 1 straight on wedge. Because Wedge's corner would be in that cloud, possibly turning on Blackout's ability. Oh, he boosts.
He boosts. He's going aggressive. He's trying. I think he's playing for the 2 bank.
Out of Luke. Yeah, but he gets stopped hard by that 1 bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, Dutch's hard turn here means nobody will be in his arc. He'll be a sad Y-wing.
What are we waiting for?
It should be.
I think it's Luke, right?
Luke's turn to move. He's got to make a decision on S foils, I think. So he does a 1 straight.
Does he have the shot?
I think he does. I think he's going to boost and just ignore the trade. I kind of like that. Like, don't trade dice you don't have to.
True that.
I don't know. That said, Blackout might have a play. I think Dutch is out of Blackout's arc. So an arc dodge there just leaves Blackout holding the bag.
Yeah. Oh no. My target.
I would take that boost 100%. You've got the force. I wouldn't link it.
Oh, he boosted forward. He needed to.
I think he got out though.
Did he still get it?
Yeah. Well, I think the bank boost had a fairly good odds of leaving him trading shots with Blackout.
All right, I think you're right.
Just because of how much closer it would have put him. I think the street was his only out. We got a Slooper Duper from Von Reg. And then
4 straight, anticipating the possible block, but I think he was probably waiting for Von Reg to come around the rock.
Yeah, it was scored like that. It's amazing first player play I've seen out of.
Victor. Victor is doing a great job of anticipating Jorge big time.
Yeah, no, he's proving that you don't need control of the bid to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm. But my 187. What's the deepest bid you've ever taken in the chat? Let me know. What's the deepest bid you've ever taken? What about you, Mitch? You have any deep bid stories?
Oh God, way back in first ed days, Whisper Kylo, with like a 40-point bid. I think that was probably amongst some of the deepest. I think I was running in second edition. I think I was running deep bid Boba Fenn, and I was like 183 for my points. So routinely rocking that 17-point bid. But
yep. The deepest one we're seeing here, and I've seen this one, Nick Tobin in the chat, 165. That's when he was running double Jedi. Yeah. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. I can see like a Super Nat, double Super Nat builds I think I've seen come down that low.
Yeah. So somebody in the chat had asked about Wedge possibly boosting. Just a reminder, especially maybe to newer players, that a ship cannot do actions while stressed. And Wedge was still stressed from doing the K turn previously. Did the 4 straight, which did not relieve the stress because that is a white maneuver in anticipation of Von Reg coming around the left side of the cloud. Victor did not do that, so Wedge is going to be a little bit of a lame duck for a couple turns.
Yeah, but I don't think nobody's got a good way to punish him. Like, I think the only way a gun can get on target is like a Talon roll or a hard to boost out of Kylo with Wedge coming up to the top of the board. Like, I think Wedge just takes a vacation, goes left, and goes left, clears the stress, maybe boosts, and then prepares to hard turn or K turn back into the fight later. Like, I think Wedge wants to just kind of cruise in with a mod and make sure that he trades well with his primary ability. From the Rebel player, I'd like to see Luke on the front lines engaging the enemy, taking a little bit of damage before slinking off to regen with those R2 charges. And hopefully Magical Christmas Land is Dutch gets to make an attack.
Come on, I have these locks. Let's go. I really, really want to fire this weapon.
So 3 bank out of Dutch. He could hand out another lock if he wants. Maybe I'd give one to Wedge. He's already got one on Von Reg. Blue.
Yeah, because it is acquire a lock. It's not a lock action. Just for note there.
I don't even know what you do with it. I just focus as everybody. He's happy with all his locks. I don't know. Hard. So Blackout's got the opportunity to boost in here and shoot Dutch in the tail again. There's that Talon roll that we called from Kylo. So if Wedge went to the top of the board, he gets broadsided by Kylo, admittedly through an obstacle.
Yeah, but then Kylo is on a good trajectory to just do a pass on him, or just anticipate where he's going to go and go in the opposite direction. It looks like Luke is going to be taking that 2 turn because Luke still has 1 proton left, right?
Yeah, so does he take a lock on Kylo for the bird in the hand, but he's torping a full health guy, or play it on Von Reg looking for the kill?
It looks like he's going on Von Reg. I like the idea of going for the kill.
Well, Von Reg's now. So now Von Reg's got it with that torp on him. Von Reg has to either stay behind the cloud and go over the cloud next turn, or roll out to get a move, but then eat a torpedo. He's forced to hide behind that cloud.
Yeah,
and it's not a good next turn position because then. Wedge is stressed. He can't even Wedge is gonna get rid of the stress.
Yep.
So Wedge could threaten a K or Talon roll to put pressure on a actionless Von Reg.
Some other options there for Von Reg. Could take the deplete just to get a lock on, and it might be unlikely to do damage, but you take the lock on Wedge and hope that you can get another hole on him.
You might as well take the free lock. You're not doing anything this turn offensively.
And which action is he going to take? Focus or evade? Behind the cloud, the focus is a little bit better.
Yeah, focus is better with 4 dice. I don't think Wedge gets a shot. I don't see the universe where Wedge gets a shot on him.
2 straight, so that does clear the stress.
Straight. So he could roll left to get out. He boosts, which gives Kylo an unobstructed shot. I would have liked to have seen the barrel roll instead, and I would rather take a shot from Von Reg.
This shot here from Von Reg into Luke is likely to do very little. 2 dice through a cloud at a Luke Skywalker with Force should be fine.
Oh, yeah. He might get lucky and burn a force token. One hit. It is mathematically impossible for Luke to not dodge this.
Yeah.
Predator reroll.
Safe. The cloud.
Yeah.
Next shot.
Got a free shot. Poor Dutch is going to lose half his health without ever pulling the trigger.
No.
Something scary. So Von Reg is going to come out of this cloud with no action, and Dutch could set up to ambush him. Downside is he might not have enough health to take that shot. We got a blackout reroll.
And he's able to convert that. That's going to be 3 hits.
Ooh, so that's at least two going in.
Here's the roll, and he could spend the focus. Takes 2.
So that's half points on Dutch. And we're looking at Dutch with 3 health remaining. Real possibility of an initiative kill, especially with Blackout having an easy follow on Dutch next round. And Von Reg's own firepower. Like, Von Reg could defend himself from Dutch's torpedo by engaging alongside Blackout. Which means it's going to come down to Wedge and Luke getting the kill on Von Reg.
Here goes Kylo into Wedge. Kylo has both force available. It's going to be a hit crit. There's a good chance of at least pushing through 1 here with 3 agility. Here's the defensive roll, and no, denied.
He doubles it out.
Denied.
Ooh. Oh, he risked it for the biscuit, pulled it out. So Wedge has a couple of plays next turn. He's looking at either a Talon roll to pressure Von Reg or a hard 2 to come trade with Kylo.
Well, let's get this this shot right here. This proton torpedo. Will we lose Von Reg here?
Make this not an issue. Yeah, if Luke gets the pick here, then Wedge's next turn gets really easy.
That's 4. 3 hits and a crit.
So he's 3. So he's got 4 dice to defend himself with.
Yeah, focuses though.
He's got to roll 2 and a blanker.
He's dead.
Oh,
Gone. Now, just a quick a reference to my X-Wing Quick Tips video here. Even though he didn't roll any focuses, the focus would have been a better play on average here because behind the cloud you have no way to convert focus results if you roll a focus. Behind the cloud, you do have a way to convert blanks already. There's no reason to double down there. You need to spread out your options, and mathematically, you do with the cloud especially end up. It's just focus better there in that situation.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. The dice unspoken.
Yes.
So now that just opened the board up for the Rebels. I still don't see a way for them. I mean, Blackout's going to shoot Dutch, probably not kill him, but like Blackout's got a comfortable 2 turns of following Dutch. Dutch could maybe K-turn to threaten a torpedo to defend himself, and then Dutch has to make the choice between boosting into torpedo range or, coming in next turn to face tokens, but possibly trade at range 1. The Rebels don't have a good way to line an attack on Dutch, on Blackout. Kylo over here is going to be feeling a bit hunted. Wedge has got an easy turn in and boost if Kylo didn't go to the top of the board. And then Luke can do like a 1 straight roll or a 1 bank to call the south end of the board.
All right.
Moving second is big here because he could dial up a 1 straight, and then if depending on which way he needs to go to follow Kylo, he could do it. Like a 1 straight, and then if Kylo goes south, he can just either hard turn or Talon roll to follow Kylo into the middle of the board next turn.
So our score right now, 57-59. While that proton torpedo did take Vonreg off the board, it did not put Jorge ahead score-wise. Especially, he would have kept it if he would not have lost the half points on Dutch. Additionally, you got to remember that Vonreg, without any upgrades, even with just Predator, is pretty cheap. 57 points there.
Yeah. I think he would have loved to have traded Vonreg for Wedge.
Mm-hmm. We are.
And then I think Kylo is fully healthy, and Blackout's only been scratched for 1 shield, so his ships are in really good condition. Wedge is a little thready. I don't see Wedge dying in one engagement, but 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wedge doesn't have that true ace double reposition going for him. K-turn from Dutch. Threaten that torpedo to a following Blackout. And then, Blackout comes into torp range. Blackout could close it with a boost roll. If he wants to stay at range 1.
Looking at options there.
I don't know that without being able to roll first, Blackout can't escape the arc. So it looks like he's going to focus and trade. Kylo plays the top of the board. I think Kylo needs to roll left, boost left to avoid taking a shot from Wedge. But, if Luke did a 1 straight, he'll fall right in behind him.
Focus.
I don't like that. Wedge can hard 2 and then either focus or barrel roll to get out of Kylo's arc if he ended up in it. Bank 1 from Luke covering the south end of the board. Looks like he's just going to set up a lock for later.
Yep, I like the lock there quite a bit. And
especially with Kylo facing into the north end of the board, Luke's got an easy, hard, and possible boost to follow him.
Do a barrel roll, Wedge.
Oh my God, Wedge chooses violence.
What? No.
I think he's out of arc, actually.
Is he?
Around here.
I hope so. Okay.
He doesn't need to dodge it.
Okay, never mind. Phew. For a second, I was just like, what? Oh, wait. I had a moment of panic there. One hit.
I love this because Wedge can K-turn next turn, too.
Sure can.
Hitting 2 eyes. I'd probably just hold the lock. You don't have a focus to back it, and you're going to K-turn next turn and not, you want the mods there. Easy evade. Nothing in arc for Kylo. Blackout's going to try and defend himself. He needs to go 3 for 3 into Dutch.
Get that Dutch. There's that threat. Finish him.
Otherwise, he's eating a torp.
Only 1 hit. That's not going to do it.
Dutch lives.
Dutch knows this is a tasty and dodges at the same time.
He wants it. He can taste it. He's been waiting the whole game for this moment.
Here we go. Dutch is like, oh, I matter. I'm not just a support ship. Got the average. Looking to re-roll the other 2 by spending the target lock. Remember that Blackout does have a focus available for defense. And, not able to get anything there. That feels bad.
Somebody needs to talk with the weapons chief.
All right, let's see what happens here. He's going to get out of that clean.
He died. That's 3 torpedoes with no damage. I think he's only done 2 damage with 5 torpedoes launched.
That feels bad, man.
Oh. Have it happen to me all the time when I play. It's because you notice when you play Ordnance Lids. You feel every failure.
Can you feel it? Yes, I can.
Oh man. It's be interesting position. Blackout's only realistic re-engage on Dutch is a K turn. Which Dutch could maybe do a 1 bank to play with. I don't know if that blocks the 4K or if the 4K still slips behind that. But I think the First Order would love a pick on Dutch just to keep him from making those weapons relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Kylo, I don't like Kylo's position. Like, Wedge has got an easy 4K, and your only block for that 4K is to stick your nose in the corner and eat shots from Luke. Hard 2 is close, but you could like hard 1 and then boost, and then Luke doesn't get you too hard because you're hugging that cloud. I don't know, hard 1 boost maybe is my call for Kylo. And then Luke's got an easy either, I think, a 3 hard around the corner.
So want to remind everybody that this is going to be our last game for the day. Thank you for everybody who has joined us as we wrap up. We got less than 10 minutes left. We'll do a quick giveaway when we are done today. We're going to do a marble run and then call it for the day. Want to remind you, we'll be back live Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Central for our podcast. For our night owls out there, our podcast recording. We'll bring more live X-Wing action on Wednesday and then be back next Saturday morning. If you are part of the Gold Squadron Flight Club, our players who are in for the stream, make sure to have those notifications on so you know when I call on you. I think what I'm going to start doing, what I really want to do is after streams on Saturday, I want to get the matches for Wednesday and the following Saturday set up, or at least ping people. That way we have a couple days to get confirmations from everybody. And if you want to be a part of our GS Play Online, go into our Discord, find the channel that's labeled, I'm sorry, I'm remembering the names because I just changed this up yesterday. Play on GSP Live, and just let us know, when can you play? Can you play on Wednesdays or Saturdays? Maybe both. And we want to try to get everybody playing at least once. And what I'm doing is I'm basically marking people as we go to show for myself when somebody has played already. That way I can try to get as much diversity here and get as many people playing on GSP Live. All right, this is coming down to the wire, man. 57-59. This is still anybody's game.
You need to get some pro player circuit for your league, and like get other people to sponsor their players
soon.
Yeah, maybe it's a exhibition event. Get some of those big names from the tournaments playing.
That's right. Alrighty, where are we?
Who would Curl Paw sponsor? Who's their guy?
Who's their guy? They might. Huh. I don't know. They got a couple choices there. Like, they have some good players in Birmingham already. Y-wing barrel roll. He might have. Okay, sure. He probably said one direction and clicked the wrong one.
Yeah. Oh.
And went the wrong direction.
That's a steal from Blackout. He's licking his chops here, man. This could be victory for the First Order.
That's right. You got the 3 hull just looking at you. Just take it. They're there for the taking.
And they're going to get the rest of Dutch, but I don't like the Rebels have an excellent position, but they're running out of clock. Played to annihilation, I'd give him the leg up in this game, but I think Kylo's going to sail away here.
1 hard. I mean, we pretty much anticipate that K turn coming in from Wedge.
Yeah.
But
you
Luke
got a boost because you want to put some distance. And then Luke's like a hard 2 or 3 with a boost. So I think Luke actually still has a shot up on the table. But it's going to be with foils closed.
There's the boost.
Yeah, because now Luke has to open his foils unless he did a Talon. The 3 Talon could keep a 3-dice gun on Kylo. And that's not too hard of a read, so he might have done it.
Here's the flip. What do we get? There's a 3 hard. Did he close? You got to close the wings. Got to close the wings.
He's got to close those wings before he moves.
All right. We're waiting for something. He forgot to close the wings. Gives up a shot right there. Maybe he called, like, obviously we don't have the table mic on right now because it's broken.
I hope he called it.
But
otherwise he's going to be feels bad. I think the First Order guy's going to hold him on it too if he didn't speak up.
Yep. Just the focus.
Yeah.
Talon roll from Wedge.
Aggressive.
Go as far forward
as
possible.
It. No, he wants to back it up.
Back it up,
He doesn't want to hit that cloud.
Middle. Yeah. It gets you range 1 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that feels even better than the K turn. And he's got a target lock too, because he saved it last round.
Mm-hmm. So this is modded range 1.
Good roll. Get half on Kylo if he maxes out.
Kylo does have a focus. Here we go. 4 dice, range 1 from Wedge. 4 on 2.
Oh, his king did it for a focus. I think you spend it here going to 3.
Yep. Spend it, trying to get into that half points. Hey, full conversion.
And he's got the string. Better than his torpedoes.
That's all. The torpedoes were holding him back. So only 2 agility for Kylo here because of the Wedge ability.
So he's getting Kylo shields, and then 1 blank will get him half points. But he doesn't see it.
2 shields.
So
and this
easy 4 spend. Yeah.
Luke not doing the boost. I mean, would Luke have been in the way of the Talon roll? It would be close.
No, Luke would have been fine. Luke would have been above Wedge. Like, you could fit that boost around Wedge.
That's what I thought too.
I mean, it might have been a hard call to make.
Mm-hmm.
So
easy when we can see it on the board, right?
Yeah. So I think next turn, Luke's going to come around with like a hard 2 or hard 3 and can boost to follow Kylo. Wedge is probably like 1 or 2 bank in. But Kylo's got the whole board to go. And I think if he realizes he's up, Kylo fires a 5 straight off and just leaves.
What?
I think it was a shot from.
That's you can't take a structural damage for. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to burn their time, but they can't actually have the structural damage because it has to be a pilot crit only.
Yeah. Unlikely to matter.
Yep. And that's 4. The Dutch is dead.
All right. So that puts Victor up pretty solidly. I think you disengage here. You take your money and run. I think Kylo's 5 straight bank boost roll, and you never see him again.
Agreed.
Because I think he's got enough of a lead that even if he gives up half on Kylo, he's still fine.
Yep, we can actually just check that really quickly. No, if he gives up half on Kylo, he loses.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, Kylo's worth a pretty penny. All right, so he's still got to be careful of Wedge. Do you just turn in hard with Kylo? Hard to boost in behind. Wedge doesn't have an easy follow. Luke can only play if he K turns. So I think they're one more round.
Yeah, this is it.
Forget if I actually remembered to bet on the Rebels. I think I did. So it might be good if I forgot to bet.
So they take out the blinded pilot. There you go. Yeah, Kylo's ability, only pilot crits can be pulled from the enemy deck. Just as a, I mean, if you could pull any crit, oh man.
Yeah, I did bet. I remembered to bet. Oof. Right after winning all those points in the last round. I think I bet on round 2 today.
The house always wins.
Oof. Alright. Just need a... Alright, player 2, I need you to take a dive, alright? Don't go down in the 7th round.
You fought long enough, Charlie. Time to go. Alrighty, everybody. Like I said, this is going to be our last round here. Looks like the Rebels are ready to go. They're licking their chops. You got to get half points on one of these silencers in order to pull ahead. Actually, would half on Blackout even do it? Let's see. I got to leave it on one shield. I don't think it would. It would. Half on either one without losing half on either one of yours, though.
No, well, he's already given up half a wedge, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's the other half. Dead.
Yeah. The other half.
The other half. Giving up half is still half, and you still got it. So, taking the 2-turn focus.
I think you got to boost. Yeah, you got to boost to get behind the cloud. Wedge doesn't have a good follow because he can't, unless he like hard turned. Mm-hmm. And even then, a hard 2 might bump. Oh shit! He brought Blackout in.
Oh shoot! He sure did.
Oh shoot! Man, I made it all the way to the end.
You did it all the way to the end. You were doing so good. Oh, looks like we got a preview of the next move here. We got a Talon roll from Luke Skywalker.
Oh, spoiler alert! Come on.
Spoilers. Blackout. Oh man, if Wedge just did a 1 forward, then Blackout is the call. Oh, and he snap!
Big brain play. He's like, the ships will come to me.
Yeah. Barrel rolls. That's huge. Yeah. That's huge.
That's huge. He's rolling natties though, but
does he have? He has arc on Blackout. Oh, he doesn't have arc on Blackout.
Arc on Kylo at least to threaten it because he only needs 1 damage to Kylo.
This is true.
Or I think 2 damage into Blackout.
Yep, 2 into Blackout, unmodded. Here we go, 4 dice, 4 on 2.
Come on, Rebels, you can do it for me.
Oh, only 1. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Luke's going to have to wrap it up on Kylo. Now you could have given him the shield for free and he'd be fine. Range 2 on Luke. This is...
So Luke only needs to spend tokens to avoid 3 damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Luke should just not spend and accept any damage offered.
Yep, and Luke does have a fully modified shot. He does have a target lock out there. Don't spend it. Don't spend it. Don't. It does not matter. You can see he thought about it. He thought about it. It's just It's just barely obstructed, guys.
Ooh,
Just barely.
Kylo's got a good chance of being safe.
Oh, yeah, the focus plus the cloud. He's got all the tools. You're able to focus, modify all the results on the dice.
He learned from Von Reg's mistake.
Hit, yes, exactly. Hit, crit. And this would have to be a catastrophe level roll, like all blanks.
Double blank.
That's the ball game. Well, congratulations. The First Order takes the win. Victor winning 57-85. Good game.